A long time no see. It has been a hot minute since there's been a Swords Only video on the channel. Now, we haven't just completely stopped playing on the account. I've been streaming 2 to 3 times per week, and every time that we stream, we do log into the account to do our dailies, use our resin and whatnot. So while I might not play on it as much as some of the other accounts, we do still play on it. In fact, if we go over here and look, we can see that some more characters have been leveled up. And another way I can prove that is by showing I have literally no XP books left. So while I could go farm ley lines, I'm instead going to spend my resin in this domain. I don't really know why. I just kind of want to get a proper 4-piece set of Thundering Fury, or at least 2-piece for Kaching. But what I really want to know in this video is if Swords Only can still do the Abyss. Also, this was a terrible team to bring in here. You know, it's been a couple of months since we stepped foot in the Spiral Abyss, and I'm just curious if that's something we would still be able to do months later. Plus, if I'm claiming that we have made some upgrades on the account, then we definitely should be able to. Also, yes, I switched artifact domains because I realized I really need more Viridescent on this account. Although every artifact that we got out of here is not great. It's also half funny and half sad. By playing on this account, I'm looking at stuff like, why is this left in this state? There's so many characters that are just built so poorly or not even built, which is a big reason why on Geo only, I'm making sure to build every character evenly as I go. That's why during streams, our focus has definitely been just upgrading characters. Come on, Strongbox. Come on, give me something good. I want attack percent. I'm gonna keep that anyways, but I want attack percent. Yeah, okay, well, I gotta keep that too. So while something like this isn't a great piece at all, it's EM, it's Viridescent, it's an upgrade for Kazu. And then for Jean, we might actually be able to get her on a Viridescent set that makes sense. It is crazy how poorly all of these pieces have rolled. All I want is attack percent and ER, and somehow we're dodging all of that. What is with the defense? Well, we are out of artifact fodder, so enjoy your 27% defense. Oh, and apparently, I have everything I need to ascend Jean again. This Jean is about to have more defense than attack. I forgot that terrible luck when it comes to things like artifacts are why it takes so long for me to build characters on these accounts. But now we can at least begin to do a Farina Jean team. And if I combine in some freezes with Ayaka and Layla for Cryo Resonance, we can potentially see some pretty nice damage. And I think when we last recorded, Farina was brand new on the account, so her build isn't anything crazy, but it's not terrible. She's also on Favonia's Sword, not the pipe, because that requires fishing. And honestly, I feel like Favonia's Sword is almost better. It's less base attack, which we don't really care about. The ER is essentially the equivalent of the pipe's ER with its passive activated. So I'm sure people are going to yell at me in the comments about why the pipe actually is better, but from the way I see it, it's not. With our dailies done and resin spent, let's step foot back into the Spiral Abyss and see if this account has still got it. Granted, let's not forget the last time we did Spiral Abyss and 36 started, it was definitely a struggle. Into floor 9 we go. This should be very easy for us. And if it isn't, we have a problem. Chamber 1 was very simple. Chamber 2's looking pretty easy as well. And would you look at that, Chamber 3's also done. So yeah, floor 9, very easy, very fine. That's great. Let's see how we feel about floor 10. Also, I think it kind of goes without saying, but I'm trying to not show too much of the lower floors because I don't feel like they're that exciting to watch. Then again, even the higher floors might not be that exciting to watch, but at least they should be a little less not exciting. I have no idea if that even made sense. I'm pretty sure I never really used this as a team when I was playing on this account more regularly, at least for content. And while I definitely need to get the proper set and electro damage bonus on Kaching, it's at least a pretty easy and fun team to use. Oh, look at that. We just shredded that guy. If we can keep an enemy frozen on this side, we could do a lot of damage. If they're not frozen, I have like 20% crit rate, so it is not good. Go, Ayaka. Do the big damage. Yes. Look at that. Oh, it's so nice. When it works, it just works. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, first half, I think I want to go with like a Hyper Bloom. Hyper Bloom or Spread Aggravate. Second half looks like I want Kazuha. Although for the latter floors, not as much. So maybe I do just go Jean again. Let's do Alhaitham, Xing Cho, Dendrolumine, and Cookie. We obviously do not need the Hydro for the last part there, but for the other chambers, it might be nice to have. Then we might as well get more use out of our freeze team, because for the last floor, we're not going to be able to use it. Floor 12 is just the boss central. Oh, well, this is annoying. Excuse you. Can you guys, Can you guys, like, get off of that? I kind of can't hit. Can I... This hit you? Barely. Okay, wait for I'll hate them to get his skill. It'll be fine. Any second now, we go bada bing, bada boom, and you're dead. Oh, they're doing it again? You guys think you're so funny, huh? That definitely wasted a little bit of time, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Chamber 1 complete, and I am happy to see that you can indeed freeze these enemies. That would have been a massive pain if I couldn't. Oh my gosh, freeze is so good against this guy. He's just dead. Now we do the same thing again. Wow, this one great. Chamber 2 is nice and easy. Oh, right, this might suck a little bit. In Hyper Bloom we trust. Oh, that's a lot of damage. All right, I'll hit them did end up going down. I don't think it's that big of a deal though. I mean, I can always reset if I need to, but as long as we have one Dendro character, we're okay. And down they go. Defeat 3 enemies. Just 3. That feels like so few. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about that. I mean, the other side was only 2, but they were a lot more annoying. And there we go. Floor 11 is done. This is when the difficulty really spikes up. But on the bright side, for this stupid guy where you have to break through its shield, we could just plunge attack. Unlike on a certain Catalyst-only account. First half, I would love to bring the Ayaka team until we get here because they resist cryo and you can't freeze them. I guess I could go through with the Ayaka team getting 3 stars on the previous floors and then swap it up for this one, but I'd rather not do that unless I have to. Okay, you know what? If my Ayato was built, I would absolutely bring him in, but how... Oh gosh, how bad is he? He's... can I make you good enough to use? I unfortunately do not have enough pieces to complete a Heart of Depth set, which is very disappointing. Where is your... Oh, your weapon. I was gonna say, where the heck is your attack stat? Well, here, you and Ayaka can share this, and since we're not using her, it is your turn. It looks like the best I could do is 2-piece Heart of Depth, 2-piece Shimanawa, so at least we get 2 different set bonuses. Oh, he does not have a single energy recharge on all those pieces, though. That's okay. We're here for the skill damage. It's, I guess, normal attack damage, technically. Something tells me this is not gonna work, but we'll find out. It'll be great. We got Farina there, too, because Farina's gonna give him extra energy. And then Bennett and Jean. I already forgot what I was trying to do for this one. I think I was gonna bring just this team again. Okay, Ayato, I have not used you in so long. Here's your energy recharge. Let's see how you do. Pretty good damage, honestly. I'd prefer for us to be doing a little more damage, or at least I'd prefer their health bars to be going down faster. Hey, Ayato, not to be that guy, but I'm just saying Ayaka would have had this done a lot faster. It's kind of funny how outside of the abyss, when the burst animation's playing, you're like, oh, this looks so cool. And then inside of the abyss, you're like, come on, just end faster. I need to get back to attacking. So about that timer, funny little story. We just got to the second half of Chamber 1, and we have 14 seconds. Would you believe me if I told you we cannot beat this in 14 seconds? All right, here's what we'll do. We will go until the last chamber and see if we could do okay over there, because then I could just redo the first half with the Ayaka instead. Also, my Xingqiu needs more ER as well. All right, so 2 stars there. The one problem I have with Farina teams is the need to use someone like Jean. Maybe I could just use Bennett here, but I don't think that's enough, because not having Kazu hurts me so much. I miss my Kazuha. Oh, and Ayato's dead. Let's go ahead and try it with Kazu. I don't think this will be enough healing, but I need to take ER for the first one. Second floor did have a healing bonus option, so I'm probably going to take that. Oh, Ayato just got deleted by something. I'm not too sure what that was. All right, yeah, with Kazu, that was a lot faster to get rid of the... It was a lot faster to get rid of those. Okay, so we couldn't beat the second half with 14 seconds. But how about like 40 seconds? I'm gonna be honest, I still don't think that we can, but I will try my best. Oh no, we got the running RNG. This is the worst one. We got the running RNG again? All right, so it appears that the second half is not nearly as strong as I thought it would be. I know that dude has Dendro resistance. Again, maybe we have to use a different team, but let's take the healing effectiveness. I mean, attack's pretty good for both sides. I'm gonna take the attack. Who needs healing effectiveness anyways? Just don't get hit. It's that easy. So this should be a little bit easier. Oh, crap. I didn't see the rumbles in the ground. And he died again. I don't like this dude. I don't like him at all. But I beat it without anyone dying. So now I have to beat this side. Otherwise, I have to do that again. Oh, it's this idiot. Oh, this is gonna suck. All right. It's choosing its warrior. We got 30 seconds to complete completely take it out. We're running out of time. We're running out of time. Big running out of time. Huge running out of time, and it's invincible. We are out of time. So we miss it. Oh, we're still going down. Okay, well, that was terrible. 2 stars. Do I live against this thing? Probably not. Ayato's about to get deleted. Honestly, it's like we're taking longer than the minute and a half that we should take, but it's not terrible, considering I have never once used that team before. We just play some plunging games, and then we tried to get some hyper blooms going. Definitely not doing this in time. This dude is so annoying on every account. Well, except for my main. My main account just spams overloaded and the thing drops. But 2 stars, I know we could redo the beginning floors, but I feel like that's probably the highest I'm getting on the last one. Or the chambers, whatever, same difference. All right, well, for 1, we could definitely run another EM piece over an HP percent, because 657 EM is not that high. I think that answers our question though. Swords only has kind of fallen off. And the most obvious answer is, well, just build the characters better, but that's literally been what we've been trying to do for so long on here. Not to mention, I just despise that construct enemy on floor 12. Currently, there is a Kazuha banner, so I could go for Kazuha C1 or the Freedom Sworn. Both would be very nice, but I'm pretty sure sometime soon we're getting Chlorine, and we already know that Chlorine is guaranteed to be a sword user. Arlecchino, I don't know if it's officially confirmed. Again, I don't like leaks, so please don't tell me if it's leaked information. She might be a sword user though. To me, she looks like she would either be sword or polearm. So for the time being, I would rather just save the wishes. You see, when it comes to this account, upgrades take a very long time to happen. During some of those streams, I randomly decided to pick a character and start building them, and we picked Lynette. So she is level 90 with a max leveled weapon, and all talents that are relevant are level 8. The next logical step would be to go and farm artifacts for her, but if I do that, I will never be satisfied and we'd be in there forever. So what I would actually need to do is just move on to another character and repeat the process of max leveling, maxing their weapon, and maxing the relevant talents, or at least bringing them to level 8. Speaking of which, apparently I can level up Kazu's talent 1 more time. In fact, make that 2 more times. Now, making these upgrades is fine and all, but it does take a long time, like I said, and that's a big reason why, well, that's pretty much the entire reason why there have not been any sword-only videos since we finished the main challenge of this account. I could see the potential for future episodes to just be we pick one character and we level them up, level their weapon, level their talents. Ideally, I would do artifacts, but since I can't control the RNG of that, I don't think that's a good idea. And then maybe like once a month, we get a swords only video. But the concern is that doesn't sound super entertaining. I guess you guys will have to let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. But also, if we can't get artifacts in the video, then I feel like you're not gonna actually see the progress. So I really don't know. It was at this point that I was a little, not annoyed, but maybe disappointed that we couldn't get 3 stars on any of the chambers of floor 12 in the Spiral Abyss, and I was determined to do so. I tried a number of different teams until I eventually just realized that Ayaka still had around 60-ish% crit rate without freezing the enemies. And since I really needed Bennett for the Ayaka team to actually do some better damage, I went with Hydro Animo only on the first half and then an Ayaka carry on the second half. And after many failed attempts, we were able to get 3 stars. Now we're in business. Now is when we can start believing we can do this. Oh, these guys scare me when they wind up their weapons. It still takes like a full 2 minutes for that half. And I don't know that this side can do it in 1. Actually, no, I know this side can't do it in 1. Because it's this guy, and he teleports away and then becomes invincible, and it's just not a good time. In fact, we couldn't even do it in a minute and a half. I wish that I could pull a second Kazuha, not for a constellation, but just so I have a second Kazuha, because he's just so strong. Let's see how bad this is. Look, I know it's still 2 minutes, but I'm kind of surprised that that side with just Hydro and Animo did that in 2 minutes. This side, I have no hopes for. Funnily enough, this side's actually going better than the Hyper Bloom did. Although it is still not even close. I feel slightly better having gotten 3 stars on one of the chambers, but I kind of wish it was all of the chambers. But at least the first 2. The last one I just hate. I'm not too surprised about that. You know, now that we've done the Spiral Abyss and suffered a bit, this is the last video that I have to record before my trip to Japan. So, I just want to do something relaxing. Although that doesn't seem to be possible. I was just going to cut to this event because I've already done it on another account, so I know exactly what it is. but we can't do it, because I would have to first do I think all of the TCG tutorial. And as someone who has already done that on 3 or 4 different accounts, I'd rather not. So I guess we will have to settle for doing the slime event. I guess what I should do is pick which character I want to try to invest into next. And by invest into, I obviously just mean level talents to at least level 8 and then max their personal level as well as their weapon. Also, someone tell me how this is the 3rd or 4th account I've done this event on, and I just realized you only need 4,000 points for max rewards and you can end it early. I've been overachieving on every other account. Look at this. I got a minute and a half left and I could just end and we still get all the rewards. Okay, last one you need 6,000, but that's the only one that changes. I feel like Farina would be a very good character to invest heavily into because she's kind of one of these stronger sword users, especially if we pair her with Jean. Currently, she's level 80. She is max ascended. She just needs to be leveled up, which I can't do yet. Weapon is Favonius, which I think is fine. And talents are 187. So as long as I could get this up one more time, then we're good. But of course, domain not open. Well, you know what? If that's the case, then I will just go farm the ley lines for XP. And look, we might not have been able to do too much in the Abyss, but I did find a new team that's fun to use. So I still don't know if it's better with the Kazu or Jean, because Jean obviously allows us to heal, whereas Kazu just gives us a huge damage buff. But Bennett's heal alone with having a C0 for Arena isn't enough to fully proc everything. Maybe once I build up Jean properly with, you know, good artifacts so she can actually heal us, it'll be better. And for right now, I did put Aito back on the Black Cliff because I wanted to give Ayaka her sword back when we were using her. But even with that, we still could use a little more crit rate, but it's not bad. It is a workable crit ratio for sure. 4 condensed resin spent. Can we max level Farina? No, but that's okay because I still have more resin. I gotta be honest, it's becoming very tempting for me to pull on the current batters. The Kazu Freedom Sworn is calling out my name, so it's a very good thing that I pretty much can't record after this because I feel like I actually would end up pulling on it. Not that it's a bad thing to get either of those on this account, but like I mentioned earlier, I kind of want to wait for the new characters that we might be getting. Although I actually don't know when we're getting those, so it might not be for a while. It's moments like this where I wish that our Bennett was C6, because I would not mind being able to have an actual pyro sword user that can dish out damage. I feel like we never really used Ayato on this account until like today. Am I wrong? And I mean, he's fun to play. I've always thought he was fun to play, especially for someone like me who usually saves all my bursts for a time that never comes. But with him, I just use his skill and I'm good to go. Time for the moment of truth. Did we farm up enough? Really? 89? How close to 90 are we? Pretty close. Okay, just one pull on this banner. Xingqiu is only C3, so even if we get a Xingqiu, you know, that's great. Just one pull. One single. Okay, it's blue. You know, we were at 6 pity for a 4 stars. Now we're at 7 pity. I will go until purple, but that's it. No further beyond 1 purple. I promise. That is wish number 9, and this should be a purple. There we go. Now show me a Xingqiu. Okay, but look. Now I can go in here and I can get this. So I get a free wish back. I would do 1 random pull on the weapon banner too, but the best case scenario would be the flute, and I don't want the flute, so I'll pass. Okay, look, I'm doing this for you guys. I have 44 resin now because I've waited just a little bit of time since the last recording. It's just 4 a.m. in the morning right now. I could have just, written off this video and been like, I don't need to put up another. I already got 4 going up while I'm gone. That'll be fine. But no, I want 5 videos to go up while I'm gone. And in this video, I want to max level Farina. It's not much, but I just want to do that. So I think with 2 ley lines, we might just have barely enough. Oh, we do. Look at that. Look at beautiful. Level 90. That's what I'm talking about. And even though it technically is the next day, her domain for the talents isn't open still. So this stupid little level 7 is gonna bother me the entire time I'm gone. Actually, no, I'm not gonna be thinking about Genshin whatsoever while I'm gone. But when I get back, you best believe that's gonna be bothering me. Also, I just want to be clear, swords only definitely should be able to 36-star the Spiral Abyss still. It's just that I really need to improve all the builds on these characters. But I mean, we got Farina, we got Kazu, we have Ayaka. This should be a piece of cake. Oh, and Xingqiu as and Bennett. Why do I have so many good characters? With that being said though, I really do gotta go get ready for this trip. I hope you all enjoyed, and maybe you would want more swords only content in the future, which you can let me know down in the comments. But with that being said, I will see you guys next time.